Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Sky Factory 4. At this point we finally have a source of ender pearls, which is pretty cool in my mind. Got these two resource hogs. I'd like to do something similar for I'd like to do something similar for the purposes of nether quartz, so that we can have more nether quartz. Because we've got 18, and I would like more than that. So these are quartz resin. So let's see if we can actually craft quartz. Nether quartz. So this is made from block of quartz, which is truffles. So what's quartz resin good for? Uses for that, block of quartz. So we can actually make the quartz. Okay, sweet. So if we pull that apart, we can get rid of that, and 2, 3. So these lab blocks are made from, I think it's just cooked stone. Yeah, cooked stone. So let's cook some stone really quick. Smelting factory. Energize smelter. See how this affects our... Why are we not... You know, I wonder if it's just not hooked up, like it clearly is not obviously hooked up. And if it'll work better if we give it power, which I'm going to guess that randomly it will. That's my theory anyway. That if we give the thing power, it will work. So this is actually generating faster than we can use it. And will stay generating faster than we can use it. It's not filling though. This has got 266. Speed modifier. Huh, strange. So theoretically, this should be pulling. I don't know. Like it sometimes apparently works and sometimes apparently does not, and that is not kosher. But either way, we have freaking allergies. We have this, and that gives us that, and we have that, and that gives us that. Then we need to go find a chisel. And now it's just a matter of slowly replacing everything. Hey, what's up? So, and this is going to be incredibly boring. Well, I mean, I guess I need to make a, whatchamacallit? Do I have one? Tools. I'm certain I have one. Let's get rid of some of these death points. Where are they? There, it's called a Tinker's. There it is. So that's going to make this a lot better. Should probably not be scaring the potential viewers with saying this is about to be really boring. But I do need to get an actual floor going at some point. Ooh, change the views. Two. So one of the other things that I would like to accomplish is, I mean, this is definitely better looking than how it was before. But obviously this is also kind of plain, so optimally I would like to have suggestions at some point for what exactly we want to do with our larger design. So that's soul sand. I bet that's probably going to fall if I mine underneath it. Do not do that while standing on it. That could lead to gravity-related issues. So let us check on this. So we'll do that, we'll grab this, do this, we'll grab that. That can go away. Honestly, I should just make a filing cabinet on the system that is constantly making these, the cooked stone, so that we can just have a supply of them. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea, honestly. Seems like not a terrible idea at all. Yep, material stonework factory. I was actually just kind of thinking about that. And that can automate all of my sand, all of my cobble, all of my cooked stone, all of my gravel, and glass. And then I can just have it go into containers and then just have them accessible by the system. So I think that that is going to be a fairly solid idea. I need to get a bit more of the flooring. I had another, yeah. I set them each up because I just never know, and it saves time. I think the biggest thing right now is to get away from the wood flooring so that we don't have another flaming incident. Because all of this used to be here. That's probably not an invalid argument. I don't. Those things are going to be constantly producing, and by the time if we do actually want any of it, it's going to have quite a bit saved up. Do we care about this? No, let's save this. Because there's no sifting in this, so I guess I'm hard pressed to think of a reason to need it. So you are probably right. Just kind of like cooked stone and glass. I mean, the cobble gens are more than a good on their own too. So I wouldn't actually need a cobble one either. Oh, let's get rid of the rest of these, and then we'll do this. So technically, the thermal dynamics stuff, you can blacklist and whitelist the fluid pipes too. It requires a not the servo. Where is it? You know, it might not even be in this pack actually. But there's a filter. Here, these. So these will do it. And they work on fluids as well. And they're not super hard to build either. I mean, it's just paper. I don't actually think that thermal dynamics moves gases. No, I don't think it does. But what you can do, especially if you're talking about mechanism, is, and I'm assuming that that's where you're getting your gases from. But either way, you let mechanism handle your gases and you go with the nuclear craft. Well, as long as it's a gas, mechanism should be able to handle it, and then you can use the, what is it called? Condensator. So you get the rotary condensator, you move all of your gases to liquids, pipe them to where you want them to go, and then you change them back. It's a bit of an extra step. But I mean, if you're talking nuclear craft, it's not like you're worried about power at that point. And at that point, you can use the ender, whatchamacallits, the ender tanks to get rid of all of the intermediate piping anyway. It makes the 5 times on mechanism super easy. So it saves a lot of wiring. Or piping, rather. And using thermal dynamics, you can filter it at that point too. So that is also a plus. And it can save a lot of really strange stuff. The ender tanks hold 14 buckets. Yep, 14 buckets. And they will, of course, output and input on their own. What I usually do is I'll take a liquid container, either the mechanism tanks. It is. I probably would not have randomly picked 14, but it must have some kind of significance, I guess. There happen to be a lot of really random, stupid numbers, like, I don't know. If everything is in, you know, not 3x3 for your crafting grid, why is a stack 64? Like, I have no idea. Everything's by 8s, but also by 9s. How do you arbitrarily come up with that? So let's automate some, whatchamacallit, plastic. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I know. I quite agree. Everybody basically just picked a number that made them feel happy, and that's what they did. And it is certainly their right to do so. It's just bizarre and weird, and that's right, take that, chicken. That was well above average. Oh my god, it grew again. That's bizarre. My ability to go through doors will... Oh, that's sweet. So I never did get the seeds planted for the other one, but we now have resource hogs doing it, and we've got a few ender pearls going. So that's helpful at the very least. What were we doing? Oh, right. It's industrial foregoing. Industrial foregoing. So we want the... oh, right. I know it's one of these. It's the fluid extractor. Tree fluid extractor. Okay, so just as easy as I recall. So we want 4 of these. So we're going to need a couple of furnaces, and I am done with these furnaces. Let's get some of this stuff sheared so that we will have some later. Oh, I've got broken shears in here. Let's use up the broken ones. Other damaged one. Yeah, that. So, let's get this. We need 4 of these. Conveniently, we have 4 furnaces. Let's get rid of that for now, and we've actually got a location in the network for that. We should have a location. Why is it not? Storage link. That should be working just fine. So it picks it up. Like it knows that's in the system. It's hooked up here. And I think I just, nope, no, it's down below. Oh, F it. I really need to make some elevators. I hate ladders, and we have ender pearls now. Wow, we're up to 4 people. That's crazy. So this was there. And then we want to supply charcoal. Nope, give me a thing. So we want to supply charcoal. Please tell me it's working now. Does this only like work every other stream? That's bizarre. We have plenty of power. I'm not super worried about that, but I haven't changed anything, and whatever. So we wanted the fluid extractor. So we'll need that. We need some iron gears and some redstone. It's just enough. Let's get some more iron going. Iron. It's called, from this, it's iron amber. Go. Alright, so we'll smelt all that down. Could probably use a couple of cobble in a second. So we need gears for Tree fluid extractor. Yeah, I know, that's what I was running into before, is it should be working. Like, I set it up exactly the same way, and it's... You know, it's not... Oh, that's fine. What's weird with your stuff? So remember we were setting this up the other day and it worked? It doesn't work now. I mean, the only difference between now and then is I put the blocks in here. Everything is otherwise hooked up exactly the same. Well, I did break this. But that was recently broken. Weird. That is weird. It could just be that they don't... Nuclear craft doesn't use the... whatever. Okay, and... So now that's working, and that is... Still not. Oh, let me check to see if I had any dropped frames. Ooh, I did drop some frames. Why am I dropping frames? It must be something in between because my CPU is still idling happily along at 8%. I dropped 242 frames. So distracted. I was doing... What was I doing? Fluid extractor. Okay, so we've got 4 fluid extractors. We're going to need some piping. We're going to need some servos. Iron nuggets. A little bit of iron. Redstone. Servo is what? Glass? Glass. How much sand do we have sitting around? Sand. That's snad. That's cactus. That can go away. So let's cook up some sand really quick. Not in there. We're going to need some block placers. Block placer. So let's use this one. I think this one is going to be pretty easy. So cobblestone and a dispenser. String sticks. Okay, cobblestone. These are, oh, cooked. That would do. Cottonwood. So that gives us a block placer. I forget if this is one of the ones that we can place whatever. So tech is going to go kind of off that way. I'm not sure that... Do we know if this mod handles liquids? I'm guessing that it doesn't. So I might have to do all of the converting in-house. So if we do... Oh, wait. Face that way. Face that way. Face that way. And then we want to get some logs. Wood. Isn't it jungle wood that gives it... jungle wood is extra? Latex. So mineral is... that. Acacia. Dark oak is 2. Spruce. 1. Ooh, jungle is 1. Really? How much mineral do we have? Oh, in here. So let's grab one of these. Oh, just one. And we'll go underneath. So this is marked here. Okay, tell me we've got string. So we've got 15. If we've got any more string, let's do this. So bonsai, don't we have a cottonwood? Uses for this. Huh. Weird. How do we not have string? We can dry it though, can't we? Oh, that's not it. So let's do that. Chuck that in there, and then we can crusher or squeezer, mechanical squeezer. Do we have a crusher over here? I think we do. Oh man, it's still dropping frames. I am not sure why it's dropping frames. Get some ender pearls really quick. 1, 2. 2. This is us having elevators because elevators. Let's actually just put it right here because we can. and then I'll tint it later. Get rid of that. Elevator. That's actually pretty visible. Like, I can see that. I may still tint it later, but for the moment it's pretty visible. Close. Why are you open? I don't know. Whatever. So we need to go out there. Let's go grab some of our stone and we'll build flooring. Cottonwood amber, we can cook the rest of that. Laboratory block, stone, stone. We're going to need the block placer underneath. We can go ahead and convert all of that to regular wood. And we need more of the cables. This can stay here, that can stay there, that can stay, that can stay. We should have glass making. Storage exports. Oh, those things are pretty crazy, man. I would definitely recommend watching a YouTube video or two of them. So I've built them, but I tend to go pretty low end just to avoid being blown up. And you also have to be pretty careful of whatchamacallit, radiation, the hateful clicking. If you're careful, you never actually have to handle anything. Like, you can just have a system export it. At least with logistics pipes you could, because you could drag a ghost from NEI in order to you know, I haven't got there yet, so I'm not sure. Let's see. If they have the suits, then they probably have it. Radiation, rubber, suit. Hazmat. Yep, here you go. So you have to be wearing this while you're handling stuff. If you are not, you get basically a radiation disease or debuff, and it will kill you. Pretty hardcore. You need it when you're handling what is it? Like the different isotopes. Some of them are worse than others. So just be careful. Once they're in a chest, if you can get like a, I don't remember if this is the mod that has like a lead chest or whatever. But once they're in a chest or you're an AE system, they won't bother you. But if you're carrying them around, then you will definitely are going to have a bad time. It might not affect you if you're a cyborg. That is very true. I tend to be not a cyborg very often because at one point I tried to turn myself into a cyborg, and there may have been an incident where I removed my brain and died. But we're not going to discuss that because I would never have done that. I think it is raining. So we need to bring this cable over. Seven, and we need to, let's see if we can, yeah, so it must be disabled. That's good. I hate dying to radiation. In some of the more hardcore versions of that, it can be super bad. Okay, so now I just need to wrench that, or, so that's placing. What if I do it the other way? This is so much better than going all the way around. Yeah. Okay, so if I put a block in here, perfect. So, yeah. So what we're going to do is we need, did I not grab any? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. We have the basics, and that's going to be good enough. So we'll pull this. We'll do storage export, and we're going to export the mineral. And because the mineral gives us 5 per process rather than 1. So that is going to be a lot faster. Let's see if it has... I don't like the fact that it takes up the entire block. Let's make this wider so I don't accidentally fall off the edge again. Not that I'd do that. Okay, so it is filling, and I am happy with that. It's never going to be doing it so fast that that will be an issue. So those don't require power. Next step is going to be, isn't there a cyclic plastic, that to that to that. That actually looks really cool. I might build that. I don't think I've ever actually used the formulaic assemblycator. We could probably make one of these. Thought I heard a creeper. Those things make me paranoid. Let's cook the rest of this cottonwood amber because it's only good for one thing. Oh, it doesn't get cooked, it gets crushed. I knew that. I did know that. And we'll drop some sleep to get rid of that. Yeah, I try not to look at the configs too often. I mean, I generally know what I'm doing with messing with configs. But, one, some of that violates the spirit of the pack. And two, if I look at it and I'm right there, you know, it's so easy to go ahead and go, oh, you know, I could just change this one little thing. And then, yeah. So I've done that, and once I discovered that I actually changed all of the configs for the entire pack, and then the pack played. That's true. I do wish that there was a way to look into, you know, whether it's enabled, like agricraft. You know, I wish there was a thing you could just go, like you look in the little agricraft manual or look in JI and it goes weeds enabled or weeds disabled. That would be pretty sweet, actually. Yeah, good luck. Depending on how it goes, it could be bigger than the room. And you know what I just killed? No, I didn't just... Wait, why was there... Oh, it's trying to pick it up. Okay, that's why. Here's hoping. I know how much of a pain that can be to have to rebuild an entire area. Oh, well, yeah. That's not too bad then. And the walls are indestructible, so it will never go anywhere. Oops. We've almost got the majority of this done. So let's change this, change that, and then we'll continue on to our other tasks. So I don't want to like always be doing just that. And this is that, which that needs to be repaired anyway. Okay, so we were looking at fluid, we were looking at servos, we were looking at glass. Did we make the glass? Glass, okay. So we need servos. I do like compact machines. Well, monkeys. That's awful. I do like compact machines. The fact that you can just pick up your entire base and take it with you is beyond cool. So I need redstone and iron. Servo. Grab the rest of the iron. Servo should have 2 more. Oh, I could just make a retriever. Because I am an idiot. Retriever. So I need blaze powder. Blaze. Okay, now we need ducts. Hardened flow ducts will work just fine. Chuck that in there. So we connect the things. Honestly, I could just do that and save a bunch of material. So next step is we need the latex processor. Latex processor. And that's this, and that's going to need a machine case, which I believe is fairly easy to build. 2 furnaces. Machine case is just a block of redstone and whatever. We'll need a couple of machine casing. Block of redstone. No additional furnaces in here. A lot of iron. How are we doing with iron over here? I bet we are, yep, out of cobble. I need to set up automated lava. Oh, or just move away from lava entirely, actually. So we'll come here, we're going to need one of these. And we're going to need one of those. And then we're going to need 2 of these. 1, 2. And then we're going to need one of that. And latex processor. So we can just chuck random things in there to pick everything up. Drop our latex processor pretty much anywhere. I think it also needs water, but that is fine. So drop a retriever. So that is going to give us all of the latex we need. Now we just need to give it water, and we're good. So I'm actually mostly okay with this. So for the moment, we'll just put some buckets in here, and then we'll set up. I seem to recall that this is actually really. Wait, don't we have that silly diamond bucket? It doesn't work. Alright, works just fine now. So we'll give this power. Give it power here, I guess. I like the fact that the Enderman is just there, staring off into the void. Fluid item. So we want to make a location for this stuff. Did it work? Any craziness? Well, you don't want it to heat up. That's weird. So lead and glass. Carrying some glass, need some lead and some redstone. Yeah, I don't. I have no idea what your setup looks like. I mean, for one thing, and two, I'm not great at it. Like, I could piece together a working engine, but honestly, you're probably better at it than I am. Depends on what the pack requires me to do. Usually, I will do the minimum in nuclear craft required. I must have done something relatively decent in it because I seem to recall I did it in at least one pack and got everything going. But I almost never use it for power. I just use it to get through it. Yay. Well, I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm gonna do what I have to do. 18 is 2, so we need the water. So we just need 2, so that's 18. So we now can cook this. And what else do we need for this? We need a bucket, 2 pistons, another machine case. Machine case is just going to be iron. Oh, I've got a lot of iron on me. Redstone block I've got, and some wood. Oh, planks. I need that. What's up? That is a distinct possibility. I seem to remember somebody talking about that. So, iron, cobble, wood. So I need 2 iron gears. Just need the plastic and 1 redstone, and we're golden. Excellent. I am pleased to hear that. So these are not full by any stretch of the imagination. Well, maybe I just need to be more patient with it. Oh, sweet. Well, I hope you did. Maybe when I get that point, if you're around, I will hit you up for your wisdom, so that I don't blow everything sky high. Oh, nice. Didn't use the bucket. So let's put water down below. Got 10 buckets. Well, I do know that if you're looking at the like this stuff, it's all about getting as much power as you can to get into this. Yeah, I saw that. Honestly, I was kind of thinking of using the paradox to cheat my way through some of these to duplicate. Nice. Well, the duplicating is part of the pack. Like, you're supposed to be able to do that. Like, it's a deliberate thing according to the guy who made the pack. Otherwise, I also would not do that. I generally find I don't need to. Wow, how long did you let it run? You must have had some crazy power, because doesn't the power requirement double every time? It's like 1, then 2, then 4, then whatever. It's every 10 minutes it goes up? I forget exactly. Oh yeah, I was doing this. Okay. Well, I mean, that's not too bad. As long as you didn't leave it for more than like a couple of hours, I guess. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable, actually. See, as I recall, this doesn't need power, so I can just slap it down in the middle. How much of this? We've got a couple. we'll slap it down in the middle and then run from there. One more row. I need to get around to building the whatchamacallit, the builder's wand. Wow, you are in the power now. That's crazy. What are you gonna do with all that? Don't you wish you had a draconic storage battery? Man, I don't want to, but I need some blaze rods. So that's there. It's there. Then we need fluid. Oh, did I put them away? Let's torch that up. Well, but you've got it going now. You should be able to ramp it up pretty easily. I mean, you know what you're doing. Should be no difficulty at all. Item duct. No, we wanted the fluid duct. I had 5. Where did they go? There they are. So we probably want to make some more of these. The recipe for these is just Invar and lead. That's pretty simple. Steel, lead. Chuck that in there. Chuck that in there. Does it cross over the mechanism hydrogen? Because I mean, if it does, you should be able to just pump that stuff out. Is the electrolytic separator upgradable? Wow, these things are full. It doesn't even look like it's touching it. Note to self, mineral. Jesus, monkeys. Might be time to make more of them then. I mean, you could condense and store the oxygen for later, or you can just void it. But that's automated now. I just need to automate converting it into useful stuff. So let's look at... It said that this stores recipes. So let's do that. 2,500 pearls. And it was Ender Utilities? Ender Utilities. Because you were the one who told me about the, whatchamacallit, the Ender Furnace. And I like that. And apparently there is a crafting table thing in here that uses them. Oh, and drawbridges. Creation station. So, gold. And iron. One, two. So I need 1 emerald, 4 obsidian. Yeah, this is going to be pretty simple to make. That's the 4 obsidian. I think we've got emeralds in the system over here. Emerald. Grab one of these. So now we want the creation station. Creation station, and it requires... one of those, and then we're going to need a crafting table, which we can make. What the heck? Oh, I'm an idiot. That's what the heck. That is exactly what the heck. Note to self, when you use the obsidian, it goes away. So we need 2 of these ender furnaces, which is going to be 8 more obsidian. Okay, well. Alright, so we needed 2 of these furnaces, so we'll need 2 of these. 7, 8. Oh, I can count to 16 some days. What? I don't know what happened there. That was weird. So So now we need ender alloy and inactive cores. So inactive cores and the ender alloy are basically the same. So let's get rid of the gold. We need iron. Let's chuck that in there, chuck that in there. One, two, three, I think we need. Two things of redstone. So this isn't too bad. I mean, once I start building everything correctly, it'll probably go a little bit better. So that's that. That gives us so much obsidian. I need to automate obsidian. I am failing in so many ways with the obsidian. Let's clear my inventory and get some of these tools gone. Everything else can probably stick around. Oh, we could probably get rid of one of these too. Enhanced. Did I not make enough? Okay, so now we have those. Now we need 2 more obsidian, of course. Boom, we now have that. So I have no idea if it was a quest, but it looked cool. Auto packager might actually have done the trick too, now that I'm thinking about it. But we have this, and I want to see how it works. So, hope that looks complicated. So this, I'm guessing, cooks stuff for free. This is crafting recipe, internal storage. So it loads recipes. Oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. That looks cool. So what does the auto packager look like? Since we have a quest to make one anyway. Auto packager. Packager. Light blue dye. 2 furnaces and 2 crafting tables. That's silly easily. And then 4 light blue dye, which is 2 lapis, 2 bone meal. I think I've got lapis here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Do we have any light blue? No. That's fine. We'll make it work. So I think that actually is a quest. So it does look like that also needs power. So I'm going to slap it there. Huh, weird. Item ducts are probably somewhere. Blue duct. Maybe I'm out of item ducts. That would be a thing. Yeah, I guess it could be out. Item duct. Wow, that's pretty serious, actually. Might have to go nuts. And you're what, voiding the oxygen so it doesn't produce overflow, or it doesn't clog up. Wow, yeah, I don't know. Should be working. Is there... Are you using the nuclear craft electrolyzer? If you're just needing hydrogen, try the mechanism one. Oh, I don't know if it ordicts for it though. Because this thing, the electrolytic separator from mechanism is stupid fast. Stupid fast. Hey, it can't hurt to try. I mean, you probably have got all the resources sitting around. And even if it's not as fast, that gives you a third one that's working. Yeah, it's probably the best way to go. My only question is, does it or dictionary to the same thing? Formulaic assembler. Oh, you can't build those. That's silly. So this should be doing something. Why is it not packaging? So it has this has a set list of recipes, one of which is not tiny dry rubber apparently. So that's annoying. Well, I just fed stuff into it and it wasn't doing it. I'm just checking the recipe list for it. I'm sure that, because it says that it works, but it didn't process any of the recipes. I do like the fact that it just outputs stuff. So what I might do is set one up for each of the nonsense out there. Don't think that I missed it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it handles them. So I can put these in. That's a weird glitch. I can put these in, but it's not going to process them because it doesn't look like it handles it. Is it the crafter? Is that what I'm looking for? Crafter. Oh, that is exactly what I want. You are correct, and I am looking at the wrong thing. Alright, so let's make the crafter really quick. And I'm gonna try and remember this for later. The packager, because the packager looks really cool too. Meanwhile, let's turn all of this nonsense into dry rubber and begin smelting it. So we need purple, an observer, a piston, and bone block. That's going to be easy. Observer is cobble, which I don't have any cobble. So I need a bone block and a crafting table. What's up? Is it not compatible? It's a bone block and way less convenient. In what way? They do not, but you can turn them into fluids. Right, because they're gases, but you can turn them into fluids, and that hopefully will solve your problem. So we gotta teach it the recipe, and boom, voila. Voila. That's perfect. I love this plan. I can go there. So now it is a matter of... Oh, that's a weird graphical thing. I like that. That's cool. If you use the rotary condensator, you can store it in barrels and use fluid conduits to transport it. But again, I don't know how compatible it is with nuclear craft. Yeah, then don't do it. Just go for the ones that you know work, and then just make extras. All right, so item duct into. I'm gonna make another one of these because that. Can you switch these ender furnaces to use power? instead of fuel. That's not going to work for me. Then I guess we'll just grab a smelter and we'll smelter it. Boom. Item docked. Bet this has to be from the right here. Servos. Thought I had some, but clearly I do have some servo. This should have power, side input from the bottom, and perfect. So I think I do need to upgrade this to a thing. So let's see if I've got a wrench. Nope. And to upgrade this, I just need Invar. I was just thinking if I had Electrum, but I probably don't. So that'll make this faster. Is it not pulling any of the other ones? Whatever. So I think that our power is starting to yeah, we've drained all of our power. Not a power cell, we know. So let's grab that. Let's drop the power cell there. Information screen on that. Let's do this. Oh. Honestly, I hooked that up all wrong. I should never have had this going from this side of the generator. It should all be whatever. But that's okay, because these are terrible anyway. And it breaks my heart that somebody messed with their power production settings. So we need a torch. Why do I not have torches on me? A couple of torches. Chuck that in there. Sticks. Coal. Let's hope so. Because if you figure this out before I get there, then it's going to save me a bunch of time. Laboratory block. So I want this to pull straight out. And then yellow needs to go, is it like that? Just to be, you know, contained. You know, I'm really wondering why this is not so this should be filling up with charcoal. Wait. Oh no, that's an export cable. So that's right. Priority is fine. Import and export from that. Plenty of charcoal happening. Yeah, I do not know why this isn't working. So according to the network, the charcoal is there. According to the network, the charcoal is not there. Put output. Okay, that's bizarre. And now it is gone. What happened to my file cabinet? Here, filing cabinet. I think my filing cabinet just went away. I will make another one, I guess. Or not. How about a barrel? Those work. Ish. I think those work. Yeah, I could do that. I would like this to work, and it's not. So it detects the charcoal, but it's not exporting the charcoal. I mean, it should be exporting charcoal. Oh, well, that would do it then. That is a thing that I did not know. And makes my wiring problems slightly differently. Charcoal. I need a carrying one. I am carrying one. Most generators don't seem to care. That's why I kind of figured that the... Alright, well, that works. And a key. Key. There we go. That is what I wanted to accomplish. But at least now it's working, and why is this not going anywhere? Whitelist. Probably because I removed the whitelist. Charcoal? Alright. So it works as intended, finally. Well, I knew it was true for furnaces, but I didn't think that the generators cared. That's kind of where I got thrown. And then charge pad can go in the front, where it connects. Because all of my power should be going in here and coming out on that side. Oh, but we now have the plastic. The plastic is working. This is working. This is keeping up just fine. In fact, this is slow. I've never had the problem of being unable to keep up with just 4 of these. So clearly the mineral was a great choice. I have no idea what happened to my filing cabinet. It just vanished. So I know I need wood. 2. Wow, that's somewhat disheartening. Very disheartening, in fact. You know, I would probably make the 13, because if this is just a test generator, then you're gonna have to make more anyway. So make the 13, but only place them one at a time to see how much you need to keep up with it. And then go from there. Because when you actually start building it, you're gonna need numbers, like actual numbers. How much is it producing? I mean, hi. been a while since I've had a cat. I am slightly allergic. I am quite fond of them though, and I suspect that when I am able I will have a cat. By slightly allergic, I mean they make my life miserable. But, you know. So let's do that, and then this is terrible. One, two. Okay, that seems legit. And then I need an inventory thing. Inventory is what, the purple one? Yeah, I saw Ego building that, Wimping Ego, and that thing was huge, and he just, that was nuts. I came over here for one of the purple ones. Might actually have to make some more of the cables. Import storage link, chest builder, export. It's the purple one that I need. This is definitely getting less pretty as I go. But it's working. That is what we care about. It is working. And it is cooking more than it does, but we are almost out of acacia. Yeah, we're actually out of acacia. That's fine. I'm not super bothered. There are actually websites that will calculate what you need, and basically design them for you. I mean, you could probably get away with doing that. Okay, so we have this done. Let me put my metals back in here. This can come over here. These can go in here. Let's get some of that done. All right, so we have the plastics that we need. So next step is going to be, what, pink slime? So pink slime, I believe we need to get the pink slime from, yeah, the mob slaughter factory. This should actually be super easy as well. I mean, I've already got most of that set up. So we need 2 swords. We need 2 axes. We need 1 gold gear. And then we need the 2 plastic, which we have. And that should give us the mob slaughter factory. Now, fortunately for us, it doesn't care if they're hostile mobs or not. Oh man, I've got no way to transport power across dimension. We don't have power cells, do we? So these don't work across dimensions. What do we have in here that transfers powers across dimensions? I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot, actually. Yeah, and Flux is locked behind a perk. I'm not quite there yet. So I guess that means I'm going to have to build another mob farm or another generator. Honestly, I think I need to speed that up. I've got it in the hunting dimension. I think you watched me build this. Actually, maybe that was you weren't paying attention, or it's always dark here. I build solar panels. I could just build a mob area in the main dimension. I only built this here just to say that I had something in the hunting dimension, not because I particularly care. Because we were Age of Exploring for cake. Place water in the nether using a bucket, then place a boat on the water. Profit. Can you even do that? I thought water in the... I don't think we can do that. That doesn't seem legit. I think water in the nether just goes away. But we could actually just build a mob spawner above and have it drop. And then just have it drop enough so that they don't die. So if we just go up 20 blocks or something like that. It will probably spawn Endermen, so I'm not super interested in using water. Do we have fans? These are decorative. Okay, these will work. These will work. 16 blocks away. So let's make one and see how wide it goes. Let's put this stuff away. So it requires nether quartz. Oh, really? So maybe it does work. Lever. I was admiring the nether. I really like the way that it looks. I mean, it's super dangerous now, but I really like the way it looks. So let's do it here. We're less likely to... Wow, that sounds like a fan, all right. So that's a pretty narrow beam, though. Speed, range, pull. Oh, you could set it to pull? Oh, I like that. I wish you could make it wider. Speed. So if I set up 2 of these, what about vector plates? We have vector plates. Requires any slime. That's what we're going to do. Vector plates are good. I do like that fan though. That's pretty shiny. So vector plates are going to be slime ball, sugar. Yeah, we have some sugar. How big do I want the area? I want it to be 1. Spiders, maybe? Okay, so we'll make it 3 high for Enderman. And then we'll make it a 7 by 7 area. That ought to do it. And that'll need 49 vector plates. So let's go. This creeps me out every time. So 49, chuck those in there. And this is going to require slime. I'm pretty sure we have slime in here. Slime. Oh, look, there's some slime. 2, 3, 4, 5. 49, go. And what else do we need for the vector plates? Vector. Where's your vector, Victor? So we're going to need a bunch of iron, which we've just finished smelting down, hopefully. We're going to need some more iron. Use the... Nope, nope, stop that. Use that. Go. And we're out again. Put that down. So we have that. We'll need cobble, 2 stacks. Vector plate. Oh, I can math like not an idiot. Oh, maybe I can't. Alright, that actually is all that we need. So what do we want our blocks to look like? We want it to be scary, so we'll make it hazard. What are the warning blocks? Caution? Caution. So these are standard factory blocks, which are stone and iron. Alright, so that makes 32. That's good to know. So that's 64. These are actually like really cost effective. Chisel. So I'm going to be working here, so it needs to be somewhere reasonably far away. So let's make a path. Actually, let's go try the boat thing really quick. It should be kind of exciting. I expect to die horribly. And, yeah, let's make a boat. And I think I will actually need to, like, stop after this. That's why I'm going to make the boat. I will save making the mob spawner afterwards. Let's go to the nether. Huh. Bye. So, let's get some cobblestone really quick. That's weird. Why did it do that? I see what you mean about railing. Oh, wow. That was exciting. Or, no, it was, I can't remember his name, which is, honestly par for the course for me, but I should remember his name. We talked for about an hour yesterday. So does this complete the quest? We haven't placed the water. Oh, does it have to be a vanilla bucket? I'm terrible with names. I remembered you, I just didn't remember your name. I'm awful with names. Ask all the people I know whose names I can't remember, which is quite a few people. I was carrying a bucket on me. Okay, so it does actually require a vanilla bucket. I have to say though, this is going to be interesting. What if I I'll have to think about this because I'm sure there's a much safer way to do what I was thinking of doing. But either way, I do need to stop. It's been a couple of hours now, and 2 hours and 20 minutes, nice. But I need to get some food in me. And then I have other promises to keep and things to do. But I'm going to call it here. I'm going to do a thing. If I can figure out how to do it, how do we raid somebody? Raid, who do we know that's on? Do you have any suggestions, people we should raid? Because everybody I know is offline. And how about we just pick a random person playing Minecraft? Do we care what language? I mean, I don't know. This will be my first ever raid. Somebody else playing Sky Factory 4? English and Sky Factory. Sky Factory 4. Hey, Kong Park. Let's see. How do we get this to find us Sky Factory people? Oh, wait. Here's one. His name is... I need to get some food in me before I start to have trouble. Let's go to this guy. Darkosto. Darkosto. All right. Let's see if that worked. Let's do this.
Okay. If I do. But oh. One. 2, 3.
Monster kill.
Hey, Calibos. Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you came to see a Minecraft newbie. That's what you're getting. Oh, good. Grats. Nice. Well, I certainly appreciate it. Okay. We'll get rid. So, I don't know if I have my. Nope, it's not on. I appreciate the raid. Were you playing Minecraft? My problem is I just switched recently. All right, Calibos, thanks again, and go eat.